my time zone when my mind's gone and I'm flying home and I'm stressed out and I'm tempted to get that styrofoam and go pull it up. But you know what's up and you know that ain't gon' solve nothing. I mean, Lord forbid I might fall or something and I'm all another, cause all I need is you to hold me down like bitch strapped in a fight war. Killing me, but you still with me when I fight hard. Digging me when I'm egging you. My car's full, could've dealt with me, but you fell for me for a power. Keep me on that right path and the right man. That's everything, you my everything. You ain't gotta question my allegiance. Just the way you love me, I could never leave you. I need you.
By my side, thick and thin, highs and lows, don't let go. We gon' ride, we gon' win, don't know how, all I know. You're all I ever needed. You're all I ever needed. You all I ever needed. You're all I ever needed.
How did I fall in this? No condition that get a mention, but you offer this unconditional love. I swear I sell it all for this. Trying to keep it together, forget my awkwardness. But off of this, issue with me off of this. Bad niggas shadows, and I know they trying to pick me off in this. But all I need is you. It's funny just how off I get when I ain't riding with you. No adjectives for your ultimate. Big burner, one that burn out. This life you got them all turned out. Took time out, the time in, so I turn to you when I'm born. I need is you. You slow me down cause you know me now. My phone's smiling, I'm acting like it's all copacetic. It's so pathetic, so true. How you do? You keep me cool in the summer when they be dressing less and I be wanting to show up and stunt. But there ain't nothing to want. You give me all that I need. All I need is you to keep that fire burning for me. All I need is you.
By my side, thick and thin, highs and lows, don't let go. We gon' ride, we gon' win, don't know how, all I know. All I ever needed, you're all I ever needed. You, all I ever needed, you're all I ever needed. Nobody gon' get in the way, put that on my money in the bank. Cause you do what the mothers can't, and I love that, yeah. We gon' ride down this line, above it all, never go, yeah. On my head, we can have it all. On my head, we can have it all. By my side, thick and thin, highs and lows, don't let go. We gon' ride, we gon' win, don't know how, all I know. All I ever needed, you're all I ever needed. All I ever needed, all I ever needed, you're all I ever needed. When I'm feeling down, I was thinking that about me somehow. All I need is you, whoa, whoa. All I need is you, whoa, whoa.
All I need is all I need is all I need is you, all I need is you.
Say I won't. Why y'all scared to be different? Say I won't. Why y'all scared?
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good praise God, everyone. Good afternoon. This is your one and only Facebook Minister Eric Robinson Jr. Today is Tuesday. Well, it feels like a Monday. And today's Heart to Heart Talk Ministry topic today is, where's my backup? I'm going to say that again. Please tag, share, invite some friends to hear this message. Because, boy, this going to really tell you who have your back and who's supportive and who wants to see you do good. And you can tell the fakes from the unreal. So you may want to share this live. Share this live. Literally share the live. God bless you for tuning in. The message today is called, Where's My Backup? And that song I played was from Lee Craig called All I Need. I know why I'm talking about all I need is God. That's fine. I'm happy, I'm wonderful, I'm blessed to have God as my backup, as my support, as the man who holds me up, as the God that he is, that holds me through, pulls me through when I need it, can encourage me when I need it. But there's the point in our lives that we need that support, that backup from some family members, some friends, brothers and sisters of Christ, our significant other, our spouses. Where's the backup when we need it from them? So, today, I get normally every time I do a topic, I am going to give some scriptures to back up what I'm talking about. I am going to give you some scriptures to back up what I'm talking about. So, I would spend the time to actually type it out. Matter of fact, I'm going to help y'all out. Even though I'm driving, I am multitasking. I am multitasking. I am going to multitask because I wish I had some support myself. Somebody just to come in and type in these scriptures. The two scriptures that I'm going to use today is coming from Acts chapter 20 verse 35 and 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 11. These are the two scriptures I am going to use today. Acts chapter 20 verse 35, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 11. And the topic of today is called, Where's My Backup At? Because a lot of times I know I kind of came at an odd time because of the fact that everybody's still at work or doing what they doing at summer camp or whatever. But I'd rather be obedient and just come on. Because a lot of times I'm not always looking for a bunch of people to watch, to be honest. I'd rather just drop the encouraging word, let it be a blessing, let it sit and marinate in your souls, and let's see how you apply what you learn. That is Minister Eric Robinson Jr. for you. So, today, the message is coming from these two scriptures. Acts chapter 20, verse 35. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 11. Because like I said, I am going to be multitasking for right now for this topic. And I'm going to pin it so you can read it out your own time. I'm just silly. Don't mind me, people. So, Acts chapter 20, verse 35. And I'm reading out of NIV, so you won't hear the whole thous, these, and those, and all that. You will hear the NIV version of these scriptures. So it may seem strange because you're probably reading out of the King James, but it means the same thing. It's just more translated for us to get more comprehension and understanding of the word. Don't mind me, I'm silly. But when it comes down to the God word, I'm about my Father's business. I may go through ups and downs. I may make mistakes along this journey and trying to walk right and do right what God has called me to do. But at the end of the day, I am still a child of God. I am still human and still make mistakes just like any other person. So, so let me get into the scripture. But I'm still going to try to invite some people all at the same time. I'm a piece of work, but I'm an honest piece of work. I'm a straightforward, honest piece of work. Yeah, I'm going to see how supportive everyone is. So let me get to the scripture to get me to the point. Acts chapter 20, verse 35. I'm pushing around because I'm at the same time trying to invite some people. And everything I did, I showed you that by this kindness of hard work, we must help the weak. Remembering the words of the Lord Jesus himself said, it is more blessed to give than to receive. I'm going to read that again. Acts chapter 20, verse 35. And everything I did, this is the NIV, this ain't King James, but it still means the same. I showed you that by this kind of hard work, we must help the weak, remembering the words the Lord Jesus himself said, it is more blessed to give than to receive. I don't know why I'm inviting her, but it's going to be interesting how she's going to conduct herself. Let me stop. Okay. And then the next scripture that I'm going to is coming from 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 11. And it says, therefore encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 11. I want to make sure y'all getting this. Therefore encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing. So let's ride. Let's talk about this, because there's some things that everybody want to avoid talking about, so forth. But at the end of the day, it is going to get discussed one way or another. So now let's ride. Let's go for it. What these scriptures are talking about, when I put on my post, when I put on the line, when it's saying, where is my backup? It's saying, well, I'm not asking God for backup because I know he's backing me up anyway. I'm talking about those who say they my friends, they my homie, we boo coon, we two peas in a pot. Where are them supporters at? Where is my backup at? Where is the people that supposed to say they got my back and I got theirs? It seems like I'm doing more of the backing up. And we gotta make this personal. I'm making it personal with myself. Sometimes some things gotta be personal, otherwise it's not gonna click right. It's not going to click right. It's not. So what I'm saying is, not me, but what's being said is, we should be worrying about encouraging one another to succeed, to get to another level, to make some changes to better our lives. Not better our lives for ourselves, but better our lives for our children, better our lives for our family, better ourselves for our friends, to see that, yes, we can do it. Let's do it together. But the problem is, everybody want to ride and drag names through the dirt and make somebody look bad because they're at their lowest point in their lives. They could be on drugs. They could be in deep depression. They could be in deep suicidal thoughts. They could be in some type of situation that they at their lowest point in their life, and rather than encouraging them, build them up and help them along the way, like we say we their friend, we're their spouse, we're their significant other, we are sitting up here excuse me, we are sitting up here dragging their name through all type of dirt because we rather see them down than encourage to bring them up. We feel like we don't want nobody doing better than us. It ain't about who's doing better than who. It's about encouraging somebody. It's about being a blessing to somebody. Because it said in the word, it's better to be a blessed. It's better to give than to receive. Because a lot of times when we're blessing somebody else, when we're doing for somebody else, guess what happens? Our blessings, we're going to be blessed for being a blessing to somebody else. Because a lot of times our gifts, our talents, and our abilities, we're not supposed to hold to ourselves. We're supposed to share it, and we're supposed to share it with everybody else. Not being stingy like a bunch of greedy, sweet tooth moment kids. And that's what be going on. Rather than us encouraging one another, rather than us encouraging somebody, trying to encourage and cheer them up, show them we got their back. I'm supporting you. I don't want you being like this. I don't want you going through this. I don't want you see none of this going on no more. We rather leave them and worry about my phone no more. Better yet, we worry about ourselves and we don't want to worry about nobody else, seeing that they going through some type of struggle. People, we go through struggles every day. We all go through the ups and downs of life. We all go through the ups and downs of life. But when we're supposed to be around people,
Thank you. Appreciate you.
I'm on my live too.
Where you headed?
I don't know.
Oh. I got to take him to Lakewood Estates and then take him to Foster Park.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So, we sitting up here. That was my mom. Love her to death. I always come see how my mom doing. My mom got that bond. That mother-son bond. Call me a mama's boy all y'all want to. I love my mom. I really do. But at the end of the day, my mom give me advice and everything about life. But it's up to me to take the advice. I ask for the advice. And it's up to me if I'm going to apply it or not. So yeah, call me what mama's boy you want to. I love my mom. I love doing what my best for my mom. I help her out to my best ability. Because she done so much out of my years on this God green earth while I was living on her roof. So it's time for me to give back. That's where that's what quite a bit of my blessings come from. But let me continue. My mom is supportive of me when I'm doing the right thing, when I'm doing positive. But when I'm doing negative, my mom will support me on my negative behaviors and choices that I make. She'll tell me, don't do that, E. Don't be around them type of people, E. Just like I know how some women have a relationship with their dads. Daddy's girls, mama's boy. Call me what you want, call me what you please. But I rather, knowing the fact that I get every chance to see my mom while I got a chance to, because you never know when God's going to call your mom, call your dad, call your grandma, your granddad, somebody in your family, call them home to glory. So appreciate them and see them every chance, every moment you get. But let me get back on topic. So we got all these people that we know. We got all these people who want to call us friends, associates. Oh, we always got this boyfriend or this girlfriend. Husband and wife. Brothers and sisters in Christ. We call them all this and all this stuff, but a lot of times when we go through them deepest low points in our lives, it's like we always around when everybody's at their best. Kind of odd how everybody want to be around you when you're at your best. But as soon as you have to go through some struggles, or better yet, when God says, well, you asked for this, I'm going to give you this. Here's the tip. You know, a lot of times you don't go through struggles because you're a bad person. We're not bad people. It's just that sometimes God puts us in particular situations to show who's really for us, who really has our back when we need it. And it's pure honesty. People will have your back. The real people who say they're your real friends, who got your back and will ride with you until the wheels fall off, them the ones who will be them your real friends. Not people who abandon ship the moment things go down south. Friendships, relationships, marriages, all them things always going to be tested. You might not have to, somebody may ask you for so much. It's like a lot of times there's always going to be things that's going to test you rather than they're going to test that friendship. They're going to test that relationship. Everything's going to get tested. But at the end of the day, that test is there for a reason. It's to show you who's for you and who's not. Who's supportive of your dreams and your goals, and who could just say, kiss my behind, you got to do for me. And a lot of people often want to come in when the things are good, but don't want to be around when things are bad. And what I mean is, you could be around when things are all good and blessings. Please share the light. All good and blessings is good until that friendship, that relationship is put to the test. That support system that we supposedly have is put to the test. Now we begin to see is, wow, this just showed me this person ain't for me. This person don't want to see me succeed. Because if that person wanted you to be successful, they ain't worrying about get no jealousy, no envy won't come into play. It's always going to be, if I'm pushing this person and helping this person become successful, I might don't got it going on like everybody else, but if I'm showing them that I'm supporting them, if I'm just showing them that I'm wanting them to succeed, their success is going to come my way. But we don't think it as that. We think it as competition. We think it as jealousy. We thinking of envy because we're being jealous because God is doing all this. God can do the same exact thing for us if we just encourage somebody else.
Yeah, she's saying they're giving away grocery down there at the shopping center. You been? On 18th and 27th.
I rarely go.
Well, they got chicken thighs, and she got chicken thighs, crab meat, potatoes, lettuce and tomatoes, oranges. You want an orange?
I'll go get it, Mom.
Okay, I'm finna get Gary and we get
Go put that money up.
No, I gotta go give her a ticket.
Lord have mercy. Why you saying always gambling? Let me out of here. Let me go. Let me go. Anywho, but we often look for some people for a support system. There's always going to be that particular set of people that's going to support you no matter what. And we always expect that type of support. But when we're not getting it, when we're not receiving it, and they're claiming to be friends, and they deuce us out on us, the moment we go through them low times, that low point in our lives, but want to come out when every day is peaches and cream, fresh as a daisy, that's your sign, miracle, and wonder. You ain't no friend. You ain't no supporter. You just a bona fide hater and a bandwagon ship jumper the moment things get all hell break loose. When all type of hell and stuff break loose, you ready to tuck your tail and run. Rather than being supportive. You wanted this business, you wanted a part of it, you wanted a portion of it, but as soon as things are not going right, as soon as things are not as soon as things ain't going the way that you wanted to go, you jump shifts to the next person. Ride they coattails, support them because things are going good. But same thing with that person. When we constantly see people jumping ship and jump off, they'll jump off. That means they'd rather be around people that's going to do for them and not them having to pour into them. We get poured in all this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding about a lot of things so we can apply it to our lives and apply it to our business and apply it to our relationships, because a lot of times it's hard and it's rare to find people who's going to support you through the best and worst of times of your life. There's going to be times it's going to be rare to find somebody who's going to support you through the best and worst of times in your life. But a lot of times stuff like that shows you who the heck you're dealing with. It shows who you're dealing with. It shows who your real friends are. It shows who your real supporters are. I support people that support me. But at the same time, if I want to see somebody that want to be successful, that's looking to be successful, and want to have a decent successful, trying to do something positive, hey, by all means, I'm going to be supportive. I have no problem being supportive of somebody who wants to be in a better situation in their life rather than settling for being at the lowest points of their life. Because sometimes it takes the lowest points in our lives to realize who's for us. Sometimes it takes to that point that our lowest point in our lives, the only person who ever going to be supportive, whoever going to have our back is God. God says, I'll show you who's supportive for you. I'll push you in the right direction. I'll push you to the right people who's going to push you to better. And at the same time, as you go along, being pushed to being around better, guess what? All them negative people who been lynching and mooching off of you, guess what? They're going to fall off to the wayside. And they're going to wither and they die because they ain't going to have no support to suck up off of. They ain't going to have nobody else to mooch off of, because that tells they don't really want to do doggone thing with themselves. And I'm going to say that again. It also is going to show that they don't want to do nothing for themselves because they always want somebody to do it for them. Where's my support at? Where's my backup? Who's going to have my back? And it's just, so we have to think about that. Like, who's going to have my back when I'm going through these low times in my life? Where's my real friends at? Where's the real support? And that's what we say to ourselves daily. And I'm being honest, I'm one of them people who does that. I say that to myself daily because I don't deal with too many people. I really don't. I really don't deal with that many people. Because of the fact that I know who's going to have my back when I need it. I know who's going to have my back when I need it. I know who's going to have my back when I'm going through the rough patches in my life. That's why I don't deal with too many people. I'll support everybody else, but wondering who's going to support me and who's going to have my back when I need it. So I said, God, push me in the direction who you want me to be supportive of, and show who's going to push me to where I need to go, what I need to do, what I need to work on, what I need to improve to be better. That's why I always ask God for. Forever in a year, that's what I ask God for. But think about it. Where's your support system? Where's your backup? You got people who will boast your head up enough to push you to a fight, but where they at when it's time to throw some hands? Where are them people at when it's time to throw some hands? My point exactly. Where are them people at when it's time to throw some hands? So to this day, I always sit back and I always observe a lot of people, and I always question before I press any forward, before I press and show that I'm going to be supportive. I always look at some people's motives, intentions of wanting me to be around, or motives of who's my friends, and who are the people who's looking to see me do better, and look at the people who's trying to see me do worse. The people who's going to lift me up, and who the people who want to drag me down with the gossip, lies, and the games. Which I know none of us don't got time for. None of us don't got time for somebody gossip and games. So we got to think about these things. We got to be thinkable, and we got to be careful who we consider our friends. And even to the point of we got to be careful who we consider our spouses, who we want as our significant other. We have to be careful of that, because even significant others and spouses could be jealous of what God is doing in our lives. I'm being honest. We have to think about stuff like that. Really do. But we so happy to see the things on the outer appearance, but we don't look at the heart of the matter. We don't want to look at the heart of the matter. We don't want to sit back and observe before we even call them a friend, before we even make them our significant other or our spouses. Do I have something to worry about down the line with the jealousy and the envy? Are you going to still be with me if I'm at a low point in my life? Or even to a point, God just says, well, let me just take some things away from you and see how this person conduct themselves. and see if this person going to hold you down while you're going through the struggle. Sometimes God does it deliberately just to see what happens, just to show you. And oftentimes God tries to save us from a lot of shortcomings, heartaches, and falls. But we choose to move forward because what keeps us moving forward? Oh, let me say this. I'm going to be real. We think about too much of the flesh. We think of, oh, they sex game good. We think about what they do. But we never once even take the time to look at, or even to a point that, what if? That's that what if situation comes into play. And you're like, what, Minister? What do you mean with the what if situation come into play? I mean, can somebody keep it real? Can they keep it real? Are they real honest? Can they be faithful? Are they loyal to you? Will they have your back when you at that lowest point in their life? Or will they be a ship jumper and jump to a better ship into a better situation because of the fact that you pretty much going down? And actually you're not going down. There's the times that it stalls. It's times that it does slow leaks. It's times that sometimes they just have to sink fast just to see what you'll do. What that person gonna do. You're doing your part. God just want to show you, oh, let me show you what this person gonna do. What this person is about. So by the time we realize that, oh, this person ain't for me, this person hating on me, this person ain't gonna have my back at low points of life. So why am I still rocking with them? So now it's time to take a pair of scissors and start cutting people off. I see plenty of people who are trying to be an upcoming, run their own business, run all this, but yet and still, there are people who's hating on them because what God is doing and what they're trying to do better and be in a better situation in their life. They want to be in a better situation in their life. That's why they're trying to run their own business or their own side hustle. Because they want to be in a better situation in their life. And they want to know, are you going to support it or not? Are you going to support that person when they're trying to better their life? Or are you just going to jump ship the moment things begin to sink? I see more people that's more ship jumpers than people who actually want to stay around and try to fix the patch. I've seen a lot of ship jumpers who don't want to stick around and try to at least attempt to fix the patch. If the ship beginning to sink, at least try to put an effort and try to seal up the patch where them patches at with all that water coming in. Because some ships have tendencies to sink slowly, and some things have tendencies to sink fast, depending on where it's at. And depending on the situation. Are they going to be with me when this shit, if it ever has an attempt, there's holes and flaws. The holes are the flaws. Holes are the problems. Now hole as in holding around it. I'm talking about there's holes in the ships and your ship is beginning to sink. Some holes can be big, some can be small. But even though that ship had tendencies to sink faster when the holes are bigger, but at the same time, multiple holes can do the same effect as a big hole. So this is a time when you have to evaluate some things. This is the time to say, we need to fix some things. Even when you come out to your business, if business ain't booming the way you think it's supposed to boom, guess what? Fix the problem. There's some problems that need to be fixed. That's all. Stop quitting. Stop jumping ship when it's not working. We got to stop jumping ship and quitting the moment it starts sinking. The moment it starts taking on water. And that's what we have to think about. That's what we have to take into consideration. Can somebody stand the rain? Where is my backup? Where is my support? Where is it? Because I had too many people who abandoned ship off of one hole. Babe, boo-boo, sugar, all that. Can we just fix this hole so we can continue to sail towards the end? Can we patch this simple hole up? But people don't want to take the time out to fix the problem. Your business may not be going well at first. That's part of it. That's what happens when you begin something. A whole lot of errors and mistakes is going to be exposed. But with the right people, all these errors and mistakes can be fixed. Being around the right people as that support system, guess what? It can all be fixed. But a lot of times people don't want to fix them holes. They rather give up before it becomes worse. Or they rather give up. They rather give up flat out. The moment one hole comes into play, they want to give up the moment they see that one particular hole. When, hey, welder, or hey, let's get something to patch that hole up with, and let's keep it moving. Oh, my tire getting flat. Okay, let's go somewhere we can. Let's go somewhere we can patch. Let's pull to the side so we can take the tire off and let's put a patch on it. Put it back on. Pump that air back. Put the air back into it, and let's keep going. Breathe some life into the situation. Stop killing it. Breathe some life into the situation and stop killing it. We kill situations more than empowering it. Life and death lies in the power of the tongue. But rather than us speaking life, pour in life, we're so quick to kill it the moment we see one flaw, one mistake. And wondering why we ain't living blessed. Wondering why we not living blessed. No, wondering why things begin to sink. Wondering why things don't go the way we want them to go. That we pray that they go. Because we rather quit it without even considering, oh, that could be patched up. Let me patch it up and we can keep going. Oh, let me put some more air in that tire. We can keep going. Let's fix these simple issues. Holes in these situations can be patched up and can be fixed so we can keep selling and we can keep driving. Errors in our business and what we doing wrong, how we conducting ourselves in the business and the professional level, guess what? That can be fixed. Let's fix the errors and mistakes so we can run an effective and a flourishing business. In relationships, there are going to be holes in relationships. There are going to be holes in marriages. There is going to be holes in ministry because of the fact that, guess what? There are going to be holes in some situations when we're in the beginning. That's what the most holes show up at the most. In the beginning. Then when you get further along, you're going to have a hole here and there and there. Fix it and stop quitting. Fix it and stop quitting. That's like me telling somebody, stop smashing and going. And if you know what I mean by smashing and going, you got the point. Another way for y'all to comprehend what I just said, stop hitting it and quitting it. Stop fixing the relationship just to hit, then quit it all over again because of the fact that it's not going to go the way you want it to go. There's always that one particular word that people refuse to do. Some people often refuse to do. That's why they continue to have holes in it. That's why some things don't want to be fixed. They refuse to fix it. That word of the day is compromise. We have to be willing to compromise. We have to be willing to compromise for us to know some things have to be fixed. Things have to be fixed in order for it to keep going. In order for it to be fixed. But we're choosing not to fix it. We're choosing to leave it. We're choosing to jump ship. Want all the glory, don't want the responsibility. Want all the glory, don't want the accountability and the responsibility that comes with it. Sounds familiar? How we often, a lot of times, point out everybody else's flaws, mistakes, but don't want to look in a freaking mirror and want to fix our own flaws and our own mistakes. So, as I wrap up on this, please remember, be careful who you call friends. Be careful, pay attention to your support system. Because there's some people who's going to be there to support and some people to sabotage. There's people who's going to be jealousy and envy about the situation. There's some people who's going to encourage you and say, hey, let's work on this. Let's make this better. Let's make it make sense. Well, that was the message of today. This is your one and only Facebook minister, Minister Eric Robinson Jr. I'm also a pastor because of the fact that this is my own ministry called Heart to Heart Talk Ministry. Because these are the topics and the things that needs to be discussed and talked about, no matter how much it makes us mad. There's things that be dressed about me that I need to work on. I get mad and I get upset. But at the end of the day, I still say, oh, God, you're right. Okay, I need to work on it. You can't conquer what you're not willing to face. So if you're not willing to face the flaws, errors, and mistakes that we make, we're really not ready to conquer. We can't conquer it. I always write my session saying, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I thank you for tuning in today. Despite you could be doing anything else, but you saying, let me hear what Minister Eric got to talk about today. Thank you for the hearts, likes, and shares, and encouraging words. Y'all have a God bless morning, afternoon, evening, and night. God bless y'all. I love y'all. Enjoy your day. God bless. Peace.